You know that yellow family with the 4 fingers? Of course you do. The Simpsons are everywhere, and I mean literally everywhere. You've probably seen a show or movie poke fun at them, or even straight up copy one of their famous jokes, from South Park to Family Guy, and even on the big screen. We're going to dive into all those sneaky references, hilarious parodies, and surprise cameos.
Cowabunga, motherfucker.
First, we start with South Park, where the literal name of the episode is The Simpsons Already Did It. Professor Chaos wants to come up with a plan to make everyone pay for treating him badly or ignoring him, but gets very frustrated when he realizes all of his diabolical plans to wreak havoc on South Park have already been done by The Simpsons, like cutting off the head of the statue, just like Bart did in a classic episode.
This act, of course, reminded us all of the time that Bart Simpson took the head of the Springfield statue in one of their classic episodes.
He also tries to make a monorail scam, and after watching the 132 episodes of The Simpsons at that time, which that line ages this episode quite a bit, since now are like 800 episodes, but he comes up with an original plan they announce on the TV, how Bart is doing that same prank on tonight's show.
Simpsons did it! Simpsons did it!
Because of this, Butters ends up hallucinating that everything around him takes on the appearance of the Yellow family.
Hey, what are you doing, man? Cartman said he has something really cool to show everybody. You gotta come. Cartman?
Later, totally out his mind. Cartman shows everyone one of his crazy projects, but Butters laughs because the Simpsons have already done that in a 3 House of Horror episode, to which everyone tells the deranged kid that who cares? As the Simpsons have been on the air for too long, they have done everything, and his hallucinations stop.
Everything is back to normal. I think I can go back to trying to destroy the world again.
Good for you.
Yeah, that's great, Butters. Now get the hell out of my room.
In another episode of South Park, Cartman wants to get Family Guy off the air, same as that little boy that looks a lot like Bart.
Dude, can I go before you?
Eat my shorts.
The two end up joining forces as they both hate Family Guy, and later Bart knocks out Kyle as he was trying to prevent Cartman from doing his thing. At the end, Bart ends up being convinced of what they are doing is wrong, so Bart frees him.
That kid and I had a long talk. I told him he was on a slippery slope to becoming a monster like you. God damn it, you gave him one of your gay little speeches, didn't you?
After the two kids start fighting in the most peaceful way, Bart ends up knocking out the fat guy. In the TV show The Office, there is a reference to Apu when they are showing a PowerPoint. Also, stuffed Homer doll appearing in the background of someone's office. In Clarence, near the end of the episode, Chad loses all of his hair and ends up looking like Homer Simpson. When Sumo steps on his toe, Chad says Homer's catchphrase, confirming that this was intentional. In the movie, Chip and Dale, the bootleg characters of Homer and Bart, are shown on the Stinsons movie set.
I guess they were making the bootleg movies here the whole time, not overseas.
In a special episode of American Dad, Roger, in the guise of a news reporter, announces a special episode about who shot Mr. Burns, only to reveal that the event was years ago and the culprit was found.
Tonight we're gonna find out who shot Mr. Burns. What? 15 years ago? Who was it? Really? The baby? I want a baby.
On another occasion, Haley is talking to a fish, how he's about to have 3 eyes, just like that fish from The Simpsons.
5 hours till I turn into that fish from The Simpsons with 3 eyes.
Steve Smith calls out the name Mike Roch on a fake ID, which is a direct callback to the infamous prank calls Bart Simpson makes to Moe's Tavern.
Ready? Mike Roch? I'm looking for Mike Roch.
Stan's Dale Earnhardt tattoo is mentioned as looking like Milhouse.
Got a full penis tattoo of Dale Earnhardt. Totally butchered it. Looks like Milhouse from The Simpsons.
Animaniacs directly reference The Simpsons in the episode Hooray for North Hollywood, where Dot mentions The Simpsons. And Bart Simpson makes a cameo appearance in the episode.
And on The Simpsons, you suggested that they call the kid Bart.
In the movie Inspector Gadget, we can see a scene that parodies Homer Simpson's brilliant performance at his job while we see actual clips from the episode. In the animated series of the Ghostbusters, we can see a family of ghosts that come to live in the Ghostbusters headquarters, and whose appearance is very similar to that of the Yellow family. In the show Drawn Together, we can see Homer like a junkie lying on the floor scratching his butt. The skeletons of Bart and Lisa appear in Mezzanine, Marge playing the slot machine in a casino, Homer watching a dancing show in a cabaret, Ned Flanders in a spaceship, and finally the family being killed by a mad cow.
Spree throughout the cartoon universe. We take you live to Springfield, Connecticut.
In The Fairly Odd Parents during a movie or 3-episode special named Channel Chasers, where Timmy gets inside different TV shows, he explores their version of Springfield in search of Vicky and finds Krusty, Flanders and Barney. They all look different, but you can tell how they are.
Oh, come on! Is every adult in this show a moron?
Then Vicky destroys the power plant, which makes the radiation transform the inhabitants while they get to the house to do a quick couch gag.
Nice move!
In the first episode of Duckman, the duck was watching a series of home movies, and one of them takes place in the Simpson house, where we also see Bart as Duck and Duck Marge.
Duckman, you're not using my vacuum for that again.
In another occasion, Duckman and Cornfed try to recover a stole jewel, believing that there's a ghost involved, but it turns out that the one behind all this was Homer Simpson himself.
The perfect crime.
A boy whose appearance is similar to that of Bart's is seen being crushed. The show Garfield and Friends. During a scene where Garfield is being reformatted into different cartoon styles, Bart Simpson's likeness appears as one of the models.
This is as bad as I could possibly look. I was wrong. This is worse.
In a cartoon of American history called Hysteria, we can see that one of his episodes starts by parodying the intro of The Simpsons. Tiny Toon Adventures makes direct references to The Simpsons, most notably with the character Blard Simpleton, who is a purple-skinned, overweight parody of Bart Simpson. He was nervous at first, but then he remembers that he has been working in cartoons all his life.
Thanks, man. I'm Blard Simpleton. This happened on your show? Well, no.
In another occasion, Babs is making impressions that she knows of different cartoons, and between those, we see her doing Marge, Bart, and Maggie. In the Lego Movie, where bunch important figures have an important meeting, and the master voiced by Morgan Freeman calms Milhouse.
Calm yourself. Green Ninja, Milhouse, nice vampire, Nicholas.
We're the Millers is a direct reference to Ned Flanders, used to describe someone overly kind and innocent who is out of touch with the harsh realities of the world.
Sure hate to bug you fellas, but I'm trying to get the fam up to the zoo and I'm lost as all heck. Go off real life, Flanders.
In Smiling Friends, a version of and adult Bart Simpson can be seen when the protagonists arrived at the airport in Brazil. Also, in another occasion, we can see how this character shares some resemblance to Homer Simpson, sharing some of his expressions.
Cooked shrimp.
In King of the Hill, we can see that Bobby has a Bart Simpson doll in his room. Mike Judge acknowledges the 20th year of The Simpsons, and how the should look to Homer Simpsons as a role model.
I think we should look to Homer Simpson. He might not have the work ethic of a Fred Flintstone, but...
You know, Hank, I saw Homer strangling his son on a poster.
In the Cleveland show, a guy was selling knockoff dolls of cartoon characters. One was a knockoff of Bart Simpson, called Brat Simpson. Later in the episode, Rallo also mentions putting an end to his rodeo career, while it was still good, just like The Simpsons. This is a joke on the fact that ending the show while it was still good was something The Simpsons obviously never did. In the episode Brown History Month, Cleveland does a Black History Month themed cutaway gag featuring Carl.
Everyone, I want you to rise up and find the nearest white-owned home or business and burn...
In Cleveland Live, the intro listed a bunch of famous FOX cartoons that came before the Cleveland show.
History is made. America says hello to the first non-prehistoric family in primetime animation.
Ay, caramba.
They later mentioned Family Guy, where Stewie said the same thing, referencing the common joke that Family Guy ripped off The Simpsons.
Family Guy premieres.
Ay, caramba.
Comic Book Guy also shows up in a comic convention.
Worst cameo ever.
And during Thanksgiving, we can also see Bart as Parade Balloon. In the show The Critic, Jay and Allie are invited to Costume Ball. We can see that they attend dressed as Homer and Marge. In another occasion, we see an evil man exploding some kids for merchandise.
Sir, have we made enough Simpsons merchandise yet?
Never!
In Uncle Grandpa, we can see the cast recreating the iconic couch gag, and Uncle Grandpa appears in his skateboard dressed as Bart. In Futurama, in addition to the crossover that would not really count, since this was an episode of The Simpsons, we can see the three-eye fish, a pile of Bart Simpson's dolls.
Eat my shorts.
Okay.
Short.
Fry contract an illness that leaves him with yellow skin.
He's developed Simpsons jaundice. Ay, caramba!
Some Bart and Homer dolls at a fair, the pilot episode being shown on an intro, a heart in a corner, which means Homer Simpson plus Marge Simpson. In a convention, Bender asks, when will they make a second movie of The Simpsons?
Oh, yeah, when are you gonna make a second Simpsons movie?
And finally, the show where we can see the largest number of references to The Simpsons is Family Guy, and that's without taking into account the crossover episode. We can see Stewie Griffin running over Homer.
Hey, Stewie. Who the hell is that?
Brian mentions Stewie selling out, cueing a cutaway of Stewie being in one of the infamous Simpsons Butterfinger commercials.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
At O.J. Simpson's party, the mayor doesn't like this Simpson.
We don't want you in our town, Simpson. We don't love you like we did in 1993.
Peter gets amnesia and forgets everything about him. When Lois introduces Meg as his daughter, he says, "Doe," and Lois has to tell him that the phrase is not his catchphrase.
This is Meg, your daughter.
The ending credits were in the same font as the ones used in The Simpsons.
Always end on a strong joke.
Peter's skin becomes flushed and turns completely yellow. He claims that he is perfectly healthy and could go on for another 20 years. This is a joke on The Simpsons having yellow-skinned characters and how the series could continue on for an extremely long time. When Peter goes to trial, the jurors are residents of Springfield.
Well, at least they're a jury of our peers.
I don't think they see it that way, Peter.
Stewie says that Family Guy is based off of an American sitcom called The Simpsons.
That's a great question, Lee. In fact, Family Guy is based on an American television series called The Simpsons.
When Peter thinks he ruined modern TV, Homer appears saying the same thing.
Guys, I broke television, and now you have to help me fix it.
Yeah, looks like this is one we beat you to.
Peter, while being drunk, recounts several adventures as if they were his own.
Peggy's first word, Bart jumping that canyon, Mr. Plow, all the greatest moments of my life.
When Peter plays with the remote control, Stewie changes his appearance into that of several famous TV characters, being Bart one of those. In another drunken stupor, Peter admits that they steal a lot of ideas from The Simpsons.
We act like we didn't take a lot from The Simpsons. We took a lot from The Simpsons.
There is a picture of Brian Griffin waving to a bunch of excited fans driving by. The camera then pans out, revealing that the fans were actually cheering about a giant promotional painting of The Simpsons. Peter and Joe start unzipping people's costume. One of the things Peter does is unzip the screen, revealing a clip from the couch gag. Family Guy finally gets a heartfelt message from one of their fans. However, as they read it, it turns out the fan got their show mixed up.
My favorite episode was when Homer stays home from church. Damn it, he thinks we're the Simpsons.
Mr. Burns and Smithers look at Peter work.
Smithers, who is that young go-getter?
That's a character from another show, sir.
Simpson, you say?
Pretty much, sir.
When a baseball team needs a manager, they think of Homer.
Where am I gonna get another coach?
I'm on vacation.
Ah, darn, that would have been funny.
When Peter falls into a coma, Lois turns on the TV while The Simpsons are on, so Peter hallucinates with the bush scene.
Meme.
Not a meme.
Meme.
Joe got in trouble with his superior at the police force, Police Superintendent Chalmers, who was the twin brother of Gary Chalmers. Police Superintendent Chalmers said that he was separated from his brother when their parents got divorced, making a story that fits the canon of the show.
On, son?
Police Superintendent Chalmers?
My brother is superintendent of the schools in Springfield.
And finally, when Stewie is sent to elementary school to serve detention, he discovers that Bart Simpson is in the same classroom.
Oh, that is such a load of truth! A wonderful load of truth!
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it. And if you have another video similar to this, let me know in the comments. Watch this video next that I'm sure you're going to enjoy, and thanks for watching.